Welcome to Daily Tax Minute. This is Tony Novak here to share a few points on saving taxes and staying out of tax trouble. Today's topic is tomorrow's tax deadline. Tomorrow is January 15th. It's the first tax filing payment deadline of the year. And we're going to talk about for a minute about what it means if you miss it. So let's explain. So the first tax deadline of the year is actually the payment date for last year, 2024, final fourth quarter estimated tax. Now, who does this affect? Primarily self-employed people, business owners. So in many cases, micro businesses, and I handle primarily micro businesses, that is one or two owners and maybe 5 employees on average. Small businesses often don't even know if they're going to make any income for the year until we get into the fourth quarter. And in that case, very often the fourth quarter payment is the only payment of the year. So what does it mean if we miss it? Well, a lot of my clients miss it. I don't get as worked up about it and pushing it with my clients. My clients, a lot of them miss the filing deadline, and all it means is that there is a penalty, but the penalty is the amount of interest that you paid on that you would pay anyway on the late payment. So if we're accustomed to paying interest on I don't know, a car payment or a credit card payment or a mortgage or a student loan, we're accustomed to paying interest. It's not a terrible thing. The interest rate is not terribly high. So most of my clients, self-employed people, just don't sweat or lose any sleep over not making that deadline. But here's why it's important, and here's why it's more significant. If there is ever a tax problem, and I have to go to IRS and say, hey, my client deserves a break, give us a break. Here's why we should get a pardon on a penalty or some other issue. Tax compliance becomes an important issue. Making these estimated quarterly payments is indication of tax compliance, and a pattern of not making them means a non-compliant taxpayer makes it much harder to get a favor in the future. And so I don't hear all that many tax professionals talking about this issue. So maybe I will get some feedback on this one. But I have found that those magic words, tax compliant or not compliant, make all the difference if we ever have to negotiate a penalty forgiveness or any other type of concession from IRS in the future. So again, we'd love to hear your feedback if you've had any experience with this, or if you want to talk with me one-on-one. That's easy also. Taxproblems.cpa has an easy link to set a time to talk. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow with another tax minute.